So I just watched Junji Ito's Maniac, Japanese Tales of the Macabre. And I don't want to come off completely negative within this video because this isn't the first time I've tried to watch a Junji Ito show in preparation to make a video for. A couple years ago when my content was mostly anime during one of the Halloween special stuff I wanted to watch on the other Junji Ito collection that is animated. But I ended up not finishing that one. This one I finished and I really want to discuss it, so let's just explain all the neat, interesting things together. I wanted to start it off by talking about the connecting theme throughout a lot of these stories, if not all of Junji Ito's work as a whole. A lot of these stories deal with the unknown, the uncanny, and work along with that paranoia. There's something horrific in not knowing what something is, why something is the way it is, how something happened. We even see that in real life. That's why xenophobia, homophobia, and transphobia are things, because it goes against the logic and tradition that people are used to at a certain point, and it's easier to fall back on those traditions rather than accept the new truth. Because if you accept the new truth, you acknowledge that the way you were living up to that point was a lie and it wasn't right. I think his work plays along with that fear very well. One of the main issues with the anime is that it's an average adaptation. In fairness, that'd be fine for most manga to have an average adaptation, but for something like a Junji Ito manga where every minute detail is very important and very intentional to get a certain feeling across, it makes the show fall flat. I always want to come in these videos with a different take, maybe a positive outlook on something where other creators might not see a positive outlook towards things, but it's very hard to do that with these stories. And I don't blame it on the story itself, I blame it on the animation. A lot of these stories are mismatched on if I would like them or not. Hanging Balloons was the first story to catch my eye. I quite enjoyed the story being told. Then we saw the balloons. In this instance, I will give the animators the benefit of the doubt and say that the jarring CG does enhance the fact that these balloons are otherworldly, but it doesn't change the fact that the CG is so bad during this part. It doesn't blend with the story at all. I think the stories that translate really well from manga to anime are the Soichi stories. It's about this kid who doesn't fit into any crowd in the slightest, but he's not upset over it. He's not one of those depressed shonen characters who gets upset that they don't fit in. He has a superiority complex about it and does straight up spooky or goofy things to get back at people because they think he's some sort of freak. Like one of the ones from here is just him making his brother believe that there is a ghost haunting his room, but it turns out it's just him with fishing wire, or some spooky ones from the other collection where he put a curse on the family's pet because they said he was weird for not liking animals, so he cursed it so that the animal liked him but hated everyone else until it backfired on him. Another story in my opinion that translated really well is The Bully, because that's one of his more grounded works. There is no other or unknown within this story. It's just about a kid who used to bully this other kid because she wished he would leave her alone, but eventually she got addicted to it. She got addicted to bullying him to at the point where, long story short, she started bullying her son because the son looked just like him. Yeah. I don't have a problem with saying that those are the better stories that translate well into the medium of anime, but there are a lot of these stories that just don't. They gave these stories a typical anime feel where I feel like it deserves to be more than that, which is why I personally am looking forward to Uzumaki whenever that comes out, because it has the potential to be something special for him to have in the animation genre. I really hope they keep it looking like it does in the teasers they have shown, and I can't wait to see the more grotesque parts and see what those look like. I really hope it's not toned down for television purposes. This is one of the rare moments where I feel as if his manga is the best way to experience his stories. Not only can you pick your own pace, voices, let your imagination run wild with what's actually going on, but it's also the only interactive medium so far that has been able to depict his art well. Without that, a lot of the story's charm diminishes, and I can't look past that, honestly. But yeah, that's basically it. What are your opinions on this Junji Ito Netflix show? I kind of want them to try something else, you know, try another set of stories from him. Try the entire book of Tomie or Soichi and see how that plays. I'd love to see all of the stories play out in like one set of episodes. I think that'd be really cool. But with that being said, give me your opinions in the comments down below. I'll see each and every one of you around next time. It's been fun. Jesus Christ. Goodbye.
So fight